Welcome back to my countdown to James Gunn's Superman. We're in the endgame here. And this movie should have been the endgame. I'm reviewing every mainline Superman movie, one per day, until the Man of Steel hits the screens. At time of release, that should be tomorrow. And today, we come to the finale, one of the most debated superhero movies, possibly in modern memory. Zack Snyder's Justice League. And no, I am not talking about the theatrical cut. We're talking about the 4-hour behemoth that got released after the fact. Nothing really left to say about the theatrical cut. Pretty much universally agreed, it sucks. So instead, I'm going to focus on the Snyder Cut, an improbable cinematic redemption arc that became reality thanks to fan perseverance, #activism, and a director determined to finish his story. Let's establish what this actually is. Zack Snyder's Justice League isn't just a re-edit, it's a restoration, a complete reimagining of what the 2017 version could and probably should have been if the studio hadn't pulled Snyder out and handed the remains to Joss Whedon. The difference is stark. Where the theatrical cut felt like a Frankenstein monster of tonal clashes and reshoots, this version is cohesive, deliberate, and for better or worse, entirely Snyder's vision. It's operatic, mythic, and yes, extremely long. 4 hours long. And I'm sorry, no superhero movie, least of all no superhero movie, very few movies period, but least of all no superhero movie, should be 4 hours long. That runtime is utterly excessive, but what's remarkable is that unlike Batman v Superman, which buckled under its own extended cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League actually justifies its length. It's bloated, but it's undeniably more satisfying. The main benefit of 4 hours? Characters breathe. None more so than Ray Fisher's Cyborg. He's no longer just the robot guy, he actually becomes the emotional heart of this story. His arc, tragic, complicated, and redemptive. It's one of the film's best surprises and a real loss when you look back at how much of him was gutted in the theatrical cut. Flash also fares much better here, with an actual hero moment in the climax that gives his journey weight. Aquaman is a bit sidelined, but he's at least coherent. Wonder Woman likewise gets stronger moments, especially in the opening set pieces, and Batman less bloodthirsty and more team-oriented. Frankly, a welcome change. And Superman. Well, the reason we're here. Cavill's Superman is silent, brooding, and powerful as ever, and no awkward CGI lip in sight. The black suit works visually, even if thematically it's completely underplayed. But hey, that's Zack Snyder in a nutshell. It's also almost tragically clear that this was only meant to be the middle chapter. This film is packed with setup. Darkseid looms, the nightmare sequences expand, and teases of future battles are sprinkled throughout. But we'll never see that sequel, never see that final war with Darkseid. Do you know what? There's weirdly a lot of melancholy to that. Considering how much better this movie is than the theatrical release, part of me really would have liked to have seen that ending. It's not all redemption and triumph though. For a story with this scale, the villain is shockingly weak. Steppenwolf is a generic CGI baddie, only slightly less forgettable than his theatrical twin. Yeah, he's more intimidating here, with an actual design upgrade and clearer motives, but he still doesn't feel worthy of this lineup. And now let's talk scale. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, the holy trinity of comic book characters. Sharing a screen with The Flash, Aquaman, and Cyborg. This should have been a guaranteed cultural event. Instead, it flopped theatrically and only earned partial redemption after the fact. How did we mess this up so badly? I say we. He. You know what? Strike that. They. It's almost unbelievable that this is what became of DC's flagship franchise, a film only truly appreciated after its failure. Sad. Crazy. Sad and crazy. Zack Snyder's Justice League, it's just too long, it's self-indulgent, but it's absolutely better than the film we got in 2017. It's a true director's cut in the most uncompromising sense. Mythic, self-serious, and drenched in iconography. Yeah, I'm going to give it a high score for vibes here. This film, I think, is deserving of a 7 out of 10. It's not perfect, but undeniably ambitious, and perhaps most importantly, coherent. It doesn't always work, and it certainly isn't lean or accessible. But it is a fascinating, flawed victory for creative control in an industry obsessed with market testing and formula. And there we go. So guys, join me this weekend for the review for Superman Legacy. Oh, I'm sorry for those who are comment bombing me. James Gunn's Superman, my apologies. It's here, the time has come, initial reviews are mixed. I'm going to give you my take, and once the review for Superman Legacy's out, I'm also going to rank every single Superman movie from S down to D. So if you want to see that all-encompassing video, keep it right here on the Silver Screen Dudes. Make sure you don't miss that Superman Legacy review. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never do. But until we see each other on James Gunn's Superman review, stay super. Bye for now.